Hello everyone, this is Mr. Laubach. In this video, we are going to talk about what a government is, the definition, and what governments do, and also the basic roles of the three branches of government. So first of all, what is a government and what does a government do? We'll start out with the definition. Government is the institution through which a society makes and enforces public policies, which are laws and regulations for a group of people. So governments come in all shapes, sizes, power distributions. But this definition for government works for any government. It's a government which makes and enforces laws and regulations for a group of people. So what do governments do? Now, this is not just the American government or the government of Pennsylvania or the government of Lower Merion Township or Narberth Borough, but what do all governments do? Governments make and enforce regulations. Governments make a whole variety of laws and regulations for people to follow, and then they must enforce them. Some of them are criminal laws, some are environmental laws, some are more serious laws, some are less serious. Some laws really aren't even followed, they're just on the books. But governments make and enforce laws, and that oftentimes is considered the most basic of a government's function. Governments set goals for the group. So what would the group like to see happen? So here in the United States, we have goals like full employment, which obviously is never actually reached, but that's the goal of the government, providing a situation where that can happen. A clean environment. The government would also like to make travel safe. So they set goals for the group. And in many cases, the goals of the group are agreed upon by pretty much everybody. The disagreement comes from how exactly do you get to those goals. So the government sets goals for the group. The final thing that governments do on this list, governments distribute rewards and benefits. So in the United States, we have what's called a progressive tax system, which means that certain people pay a higher percentage of taxes than other people. Also, we have a bunch of benefits like Social Security, unemployment, welfare, Medicare, Medicaid. Those things are referred to as entitlements, and the government determines who gets certain entitlements. Also, something as simple as where a park is placed or which roads get repaved or bridges redone. That, in essence, is the government distributing rewards and benefits. As you can imagine, this sometimes gets controversial. So, in review, all governments make and enforce laws and regulations, they set the goals for the group, and they distribute rewards and benefits. Every government has three basic powers. Here in the United States, we refer to this as the three branches of government. One power will be legislative power. This is the power to make laws. The main responsibility of this goes to what we know as our Congress. That is the House of Reps and the Senate. Executive power, the power to enforce laws at the federal level. This is held by the president and all of the federal agencies. So once a law is created, the executive branch enforces that law. Agencies like the IRS, the FBI, the CIA, Border Patrol, U.S. Customs, they all enforce U.S. policy. Judicial power, the power to interpret and settle disputes. So in the case of the United States, the courts can determine whether a law is constitutional or unconstitutional. They can settle disputes. They can also determine whether someone committed a crime. So that is the role of the judicial power. So here in the United States, we have what's known as a federal system. So not only do we have a national level, but we also have a state and local level. And to certain degrees, state and local level governments also have legislative, executive, and judicial powers. I hope this information helps, and I hope everybody has a great remainder of the day.